You're tuned into news across the galaxy where they talk all things LA Galaxy with the Nag Boys. Let's start nagging.
Straight up.
First things first.
Yes.
Sanho says, you know what? That doesn't seem appropriate given what today is. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Not happy Mother's, everybody.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Happy Mother's
Happy
Day
Mothers
all
to everybody.
especially to all the G moms out there.
Yeah.
Edgar, happy Mother's Day to your baby
Thank you.
mama. What?
Your baby mama.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's a lot of hard work being a mom.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We hear you complain about it all the time. Wait, no, you're the dad. Sorry. But either way. Guys, before we start,
Yes.
I tweeted about it earlier. Got no love for it. New season of Queer Eye came out. Somebody nominate me. I want a new wardrobe.
Ooh, that'd
I
be
want my
dope.
place redecorated.
Dude, that'd be super cool.
So please go out there, nominate me. I'll move to whatever city they're doing next.
They're such great souls, bro.
We're angels. We already agreed.
They do. They make everybody feel good. They make you feel valued.
Oh shit! It reminds me of the Nag Boys.
Damn. I love you guys.
Welcome to News Across the Galaxy, where we talk all things LA Galaxy. My name is Eddie, as always. Well, actually, don't adjust your broadcasting devices. This is News Across the Galaxy. The studio's under construction. We're excited to show you guys pretty soon.
Yes.
But for now, you get like this tight angle, right?
Yeah.
You'll get to see the full picture hopefully by next week. But anyways, as always, to my right at the moment, I got Bryant,
What up?
Nicaragua boy Edgar. What's up, Edgar?
What's going on, guys? Taking it back to 97, baby. Pantera.
Go.
And we got Chewy in the ones and twos. What up, Chewy?
What up? What up? Over here, remote.
Let's go. Remote.
boy.
Fake Ultras. Let's go.
All right, so we have to speed through one game first because we didn't get to talk about it because it happened on Wednesday, and
We did not have a midweek
life
show?
gets a little crazy sometimes. And Edgar and Brian weren't able to do a midweek show. So the Galaxy played Seattle in the round of, what was it, 36 right now?
Yeah,
At the
round
Olympic Cup?
32.
32, 36, whatever. One is like the round that doesn't matter, apparently. At least to Seattle, it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle came out with Seattle babies. What do they call them? Baby Seattle?
What is the Tacoma? Is that
Tacoma
over there? Tacoma
Defiance.
kids? The Tacoma Defiant.
Montero and kids?
Aw,
Yeah, pretty much.
pretty much.
Yeah. But honestly, we're going to speed through it. I was there. Edgar was there. Chewy was there. A couple of buddies were there.
I wasn't there.
You weren't there.
Cheers.
But
COVID
man,
boy over
it
there.
was it was a 3-1 win, but didn't feel like a 3-1 win. It was not impressive at all, right? Given that the Galaxy put out mostly an A squad, right? We can agree, and we also saw the return of Jonathan Bond.
Yeah.
Mostly, it was
Yeah.
basically one person
Yeah, just
from not
Gino
the A
Vivi.
squad.
Or
Joe Vivi.
Joe Vivi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think that was the only surprise in the lineup, right?
Just want
Oh,
to give
Jonathan
any
Bond.
thought.
Oh, Jonathan Bond was a surprise for me too.
Yeah, because they came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and he looked great on his first day back.
Yeah, Bond didn't miss a step at all. But just as, I mean, if you guys let me speak for you real quick, I can summarize how everybody felt because at halftime I got a chance to speak to some of the other podcasters like Mike Gray and Josh Guessman. And one of the prevailing thoughts was that even though Galaxy wound up winning the game, it was not in a very satisfying fashion. So I guess it's kind of like having a non-alcoholic beer. You're like drinking it, like it tastes like beer, but I don't feel anything. and at the end, it was kind of frustrating, I guess. Kind of interesting that they did win, but they struggled so much against the Seattle team that they should have completely throttled, I guess you could say. Because there were many times where Seattle could have jumped back in. Eddie even commented that at the half it could have been 3-1 Seattle.
Yeah.
And that's just what we saw. I mean, there's no other way to put about it. I mean, the final score says otherwise, but sometimes you win ugly, and this was one of those, and ugly can be beautiful, right?
Well, given the fact that we hadn't won in so long, it was pretty beautiful to most Galaxy fans.
Yeah. Especially, okay, let me ask you guys something. Is this tournament a tournament you take seriously?
Yes, I do.
I mean, given that it's like the oldest, and then if you're a Premier League fan, you want to compare it to the FA Cup, so you want to put some importance to it. I don't take it seriously, but I would hope and wish that it becomes as important as the FA Cup someday. But no, the moment I don't take it serious. Obviously, you get the Champions League spot, but you know what it is? And Edgar definitely was like following the team as close as I was back then. Bruce didn't give a fuck about the Open Cup. I think that's where I'm like salted about it. Like, or I was just like, I don't give a fuck about this. I got that Bruce mentality. Give me my 5 trophies,
I get that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I get that, but seeing how the Champions League is now in the CONCACAF, and you get to compete not just here regionally, you win the CONCACAF champions, and you get to represent the CONCACAF in a bigger tournament. Now, I would think that it'd be a more valid of a tournament, right? Not even mad that Vanny put out 98% of the starters and had Vivi run with the A squad. This is what you have to do if you actually want to compete. And seeing how bad you've been in the regular season, might as well go for this one. It's not like you're gonna get anywhere near the MLS Cup this season, even with today's performance against San Jose, which we'll get on to later.
Spoiler.
I spoil shit, bro.
I've always held the U.S. Open Cup in high regard for a couple of reasons. The first one is that when the Galaxy won their first one in 2001, it was coming off the heels of them losing MLS Cup to the Smurfs, and I remember I felt this horrible feeling of loss. Obviously, the way they lost that game was just horrible. It's one of the reasons why I always say that, to me, the Cali Clasico is a bigger rivalry than El Tráfico, because we actually lost an MLS Cup to those guys. But just a week later was the U.S. Open Cup. Up until that point, Galaxy was coming off being CONCACAF champions earlier in that year. But they didn't get the MLS Cup. But, man, the fact that they won the Open Cup, that was really satisfying. It was like you being in the year winning a big tournament, and then you end up winning another tournament, and it just made you feel good. And the second thing I was going to say is because I was there in 2005 when they won against Dallas. And I remember Hercules Gomez scoring and coming over to celebrate with us in the South End, because that's where I was sitting with some of the Galaxians at the time. And it felt awesome. Like, wow, we won a tournament that wasn't MLS Cup. And it felt good. I want to feel that again. It made me feel bad all those years that Bruce treated it like nothing. I was just like, man, I know you want to win the MLS Cup, but dude, put some guys in the field. And the sad thing is that when he finally did, they still lost to Carolina Railhawks.
So can you think of how many non-MLS teams we've lost to in the Open Cup?
Is that where
we lost to Sacramento last year?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Brian and I were sitting there watching. It's like, this is really happening. Yeah.
Yeah. That was crazy. Sacramento played their ass off though.
In that same year, we almost lost to or struggled against OC. Was it?
Yeah, we went to that one too, where the 15-year-old was running circles around Julian. I remember that.
Anybody can run circles around Julian.
Not really.
Especially while he's sitting on the bench. Damn, that's fucked up, right?
You leave our Barca kid alone, all right?
Fuck
Don't
Barca.
you dare.
Fuck Barca. I said
Don't you dare.
What are you gonna do about it, Brian?
I can't move.
Oh shit. All right. So hold on.
The LA Galaxy won 3-1.
Yeah. So
To you guys, an unimpressive performance. To me, this is what you have to do if you want to have some silverware this year. This, it's all out. And I think after winning this game, the next opponent that we have for that, yeah, aburren. Get out of here with that already. It's like the 50th time we played them this season already.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And it isn't just you. It isn't some of the fans from both sides. It's the players. God, I wish I could remember his name. I heard that there's an LAFC player who's being interviewed, and somebody told him, "Hey, are you ready? To face Galaxy again?" He's like, "What? What do you mean?" He was like, "An Open Cup, El Tráfico. They just got drawn." And he's like, "Really? Again? I guess," or something. And it sucks because you want to have these rivalry games that really matter. You want to space them out so that when you do get them, they mean something.
You guys want to put that tinfoil hat on?
Put it on.
Go for it. I mean, we all know what you're going to say because in the other side is another rivalry game.
So now we have 3 for Apple TV, and we were all. Let me see. Let me try to impress Edgar over here.
Go for it.
I was totally unbeknownst when I figured out that the Open Cups games would be on Paramount Plus and CBS Sports and Golazo. Well, none of us heard about that, right?
Mm-mm.
Well, I listened to the In Soccer We Trust podcast, and they're always talking about it. How like some of those games are also being shown on the Pluto TV, I think. So,
Yeah. The point is that none of us knew.
No, it's not out there.
Oh, exactly. So tinfoil hat is like, let's throw these guys a bone too. Let's make sure they want to sign another deal. Let's make sure they want to come back. Because you think that people that are not going to the game are not going to try to find that game and sign up for a free trial, whatever it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's my tinfoil hat. Hey, didn't impress you, Edgar? That word wasn't good enough?
No, man.
Did I use it wrong?
I just felt like they could have done a lot better against against pretty much.
Totally ignored it.
Yep,
Totally ignored it.
completely. Te mandó la chingada.
He did. He said, "Fuck your unbeknownst." Or what he said.
I was impressed. I was
And
impressed
it's
you
pronounced
enunciated.
unbeknownst, by the way.
The unbeknownst. I knew it.
See?
Because I heard what's his face say it in the show.
What's enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Jay Farrell?
No, not Jay Farrell.
Yeah, it's Jay Farrell.
Nah,
Tina Fey?
it's fucking no.
Adam Sandler?
No, but it's in there.
Whatever.
He used the gun, shot somebody.
Here and there, I try to throw words.
Jeez.
Edgar is very articulate. I try to use words here and there that's going to impress him. It doesn't. The only time I'm impressing him.
But I like the word.
He's over there.
Yeah.
He's over there mad because you said it wrong, and I'm over here saying "benant."
I could actually remember the one word that impressed Edgar, and his eyes like lit up.
And by the
Was
way,
it beer?
Masa went to shout out Eddie.
Why? What did I do?
He says on YouTube. He says
What
he
did
wants to
you
shout
do? What did he do? Masinho, baby.
Hey, for his shout out. Hey, shout out to Masa.
Masinho, baby.
Yes. Oh, the sweater. The sweater is dope, by the way. And we'll get to the Filipino night thing. All right. Where we at? We're gonna give awards for this game.
Nah,
Filipino
just
night. I
move
thought it was Asian American or some shit like
Yes.
that. No?
Let's give one.
Let's get one.
on. You really want to?
Because it was a weird game. We struggled. An honorable mention is deserved.
Are you gonna say memo? Because I want to say memo.
I want to say memo. You want to say memo?
I want to say memo.
I want to say memo. You want to say memo? Edgar, you want to say memo?
Yeah, sure. Let's make it unanimous.
There it is. Next standing, honorable mention, BJ, all of them. He got them.
Damn. That's a busy boy.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Just kidding. Nah, he came in and scored 2 goals, dude. Lovely. Moving on.
Moving on.
Wait, we're not gonna talk about that goal by Alde? Fucking golazo, dude.
Oh, now you want to.
I'm just saying, dude. I mean, I know Memo got the brace, but dude, that goal by Alde, god damn, and left-footed too.
Yeah, that was a
Put it up in the spider nuts, dude.
He did spider nut that one. That was cool. All right, moving on. Sorry.
That was a banger though. To that goal though, like it's from it was, it's kind of refreshing that he is. I was gonna say decent defender right now because our defense is still the jury's still out on our defense. But when your wingback can provide something like that, out of nowhere, it's a bonus. So
Yeah.
that was
Eddie,
refreshing to
and
see.
what were
Though.
some of the reactions that you saw on Twitter when I shared this to the Lanús fans in Argentina?
Oh yeah, a lot of
Mother's calm.
Portuguese gibberish because I understand what they were saying.
Para boludo, qué golazo,
Oh,
boludo.
Ishkapet, that actually means rocket. That's the only word I know. That
That from
comes
City
close.
of God.
Huh?
You got that from City of God.
Yeah, because that's his name.
Yep.
Ishkapet is his
Dope ass
name.
movie.
Dope
They
ass.
were
Recommend everybody
saying,
watch it.
one of them actually said that he lamented the fact that Lanús had let him go because they were hoping to see him mature and develop within their team. But it's still nice that they get to see him do this, for a prominent team. A prominent team.
Oh.
Oh, thank you. Someone doesn't have Apple TV.
They're not watching what we're watching.
I see social media's made it, but Apple TV hasn't. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the Brazilian fans.
Let's go.
Brazil, Argentina. Well,
I mean Argentina. See, I totally fucked it up. I said Ishkapet is the wrong fucking.
Yeah, shout out to all the Brazilian fans too, just in case. there's
Yeah,
any
yeah.
watching.
Yeah, in case you guys are watching.
A toda porra brasileira. Muito obrigado.
There you
There it
go.
is.
Whatever Edgar says, it's his own thing.
Me fala a português brasileiro, so I understand. I got you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Legal.
We just lost like half our viewers.
I know. It's horrible Portuguese.
Yeah, mine? No, Edgar's. Yeah.
I
Oh.
gotta get a DM from Hammer. Hey, shut up.
Oh no, he's heard it.
Eu posso falar português brasileiro?
You said Portuguese.
Yeah, well, I can speak
Okay,
English
let's
in
move
English.
on. Come on.
That's literally what I said, but I said it the correct way.
All right, here we go.
All right. So, I guess we call this the main event.
Main event.
Cool. So, the LA Galaxy took on the San Jose Earthquakes today, Sunday, on Mother's Day
Smurfquakes.
at
Earthquakes.
6:30 p.m. at Dignity Hill Sports Park.
Boop, boop.
We can honestly say that nobody was confident, right?
Hell no.
Nah,
Dude, we don't
hell
even
no,
sound happy
man.
right now. the G's won and we don't even sound as happy as we should.
Dude,
Well, drink
we
more
were
of
we
these,
were
if you want.
not confident going into the Seattle game. We were not confident leaving the stadium. We were not confident this morning. We're still not confident.
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm okay right now.
No, dude. Honestly, after watching the midweek game, I felt a little confident.
After watching the midweek game, you're fine.
Yeah,
way,
second
bro.
half. Second half. First half was trash. Second half was dumpster, but not trash.
I have an argument that we shouldn't even be confident after this game, and we'll leave that at the end.
Oh no!
After
course, yeah.
this San Jose
Oh
game?
yeah,
Yeah.
I can tell you why. Too,
I don't
man.
know.
I have my
Yeah, I
say on
can.
that
Yeah,
later
I
on.
can argue it easy.
Okay, well, the confidence that the LA Galaxy got from that midweek game against a Tacoma team, whatever it is,
Yeah, fool, they
Win-
beat
win
a
is a
fucking
win.
pickup, bro.
a win is a win. And
It's a
when you
sparring
see,
session.
as a team, when you see goals go in and when the final whistle blows and you're the victor, you go into the next game with confidence. And I like the fact that they kind of came into this game and actually gave some spooks about this rivalry because they came out firing on all cylinders. So
Well,
it was the lineup.
Hey, real quick, because Masa's on the chat.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know something? Or remember? Full circle again, right? We had a full circle moment
Oh, yeah.
this weekend.
Yes, we
We
did.
do another full circle moment
What's up?
since Masa's in the chat. You remember our first pod in the next studio? The reinvented next
It's
studio?
like
Or
which
the,
next studio?
the like actual setup one? Like here with the current one?
In here?
Yeah. It was with Masa and Rudy.
No shit.
Yeah, it was.
The first one?
Yeah.
Remote or
Full
there?
setup. No, here.
Huh.
Yeah, they were sitting right across from us.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So they could get the first look at the new.
Yeah.
So Masa we
At the
extend.
updated.
Yeah, the updated fancy one.
The fancy
Oh, yeah.
one.
I think
Nag Tower, baby.
I don't know. I think
Towers.
I think when they see the media, like the
Oh yeah.
display in front of them,
Yep.
it's gonna blow their mind. So Nag Towers, Masa.
Tower.
Rudy?
We haven't
Yeah,
bought
listen.
the other one yet, so it's still just
Okay.
Nag Tower.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's gonna be another Nag Tower in Nicaragua, but it takes a lot longer to build things over there.
Up in the coconut tree. Let's go.
I want a coconut tree. Okay, so we extend the invitation
Anyway, so the lineup.
for the lineup. So the Galaxy came out as so. Jonathan Bond seems to be back, and it seems to be his position, I guess, right?
Oh yeah.
As much as I wanted to vote for
The
Klinsmann,
thing is, and we can argue about it later. I love Klinsman too, but lately,
He took
Yeah.
some licks, man.
yeah.
he did.
Then you had Caligari out left. The center backs were Cáceres and Neal. Sorry, Caligari was at right back. Cáceres and Neal, and center backs you had Alde out left. Tyler Boyd at right mid. Delgado and Brugman sitting in the CDMs. Rodriguez at left mid. Ricky sitting ready for the Brugman and Delgado, and Chicha solo dolo on top. Well, surprise, surprise, we're back to the single forward.
Of course, it wasn't working with the two forwards.
So,
It was
Soner.
working with this team anywhere. So
That's true.
I guess this is the best lineup that Vanny thought of. We awarded a Memo Rodriguez who had a spectacular game against Tacoma. And when your players do that well, especially off of the horrible games that he was having, you reward him with a start. And I was happy for that.
Oh, I mean, that's Brian's thoughts. You saw this lineup going into the game, Edgar. Edgar, did you get to see the game? I know with Mother's Day and all that.
I got to see portions of the game, but I understand the gist of everything. But going back to the Bond thing, when I saw him play for Seattle, I thought, okay, maybe this is a one and done. Maybe it's just to get him back into match fitness. But then seeing that he actually got to start again, it just drives home the point that this is our number one. This is our starter. And if he's fit to go all 90 minutes in a regular season match, then put him out there, see where he goes. I'm pretty sure he's been sitting there watching Klinsmann get all these starts, and he's foaming at the mouth like, "Come on, let me back in." And we saw him today. I mean, God, Eddie. What do we always say about Bondi?
Everyone gets one.
Everyone gets one.
And they definitely got one today.
Yeah.
By the way, I forgot to mention, shout out to Tony, who's on the chat right now too. We saw Douglas Costa walk.
Oh.
Why are you laughing? I haven't said anything.
you were gonna say
Walk
drunk.
across the Amex club,
Mhm.
kind of like looking around, waiting for that attention, and nadie lo peló at all, bro. At all.
Yeah?
Nope.
I'm pretty sure people knew who he was, though. Just
Yeah, but
nobody
it was like-
What are you
trying
gonna do? You
Nobody
approach him
cares
and talk to him
about
in
him.
English or talk to him in Portuguese? And
Yeah,
then
me and you
again-
can, Edgar.
Well, yeah, but I'm not. I don't want to. I wouldn't want to either, though. Like,
Same.
what am I gonna do?
It-
Ask him for an autograph or a photo?
It was kind of weird. We just like saw him, and it was like,
Was he looking around hoping somebody would recognize him type thing?
That's pretty sad if he was.
Was he?
maybe, I don't know.
Maybe you were there.
Edgar's there. How did it seem to you, bro?
I
Put it on the
wasn't there,
chat.
remember?
I mean, sorry, Tony. My bad. I meant to say Tony.
Oh, Tony.
I was next to him. He's on the chat now, but
He saw me there. Damn. Give me trouble.
I wasn't supposed to tell, huh? My bad.
Yep.
Sorry. Apologies.
Darn it, Eddie. On Mother's Day? Really?
Anyways, lineup
Yes.
fitting some sort of way. Chewy, how were you feeling, bro, when you saw it? Drunk?
When I saw what?
Damn, so he was drunk.
No, I'm playing. No, I mean the lineup. Honestly, it's good. I thought it's our best lineup. It's the best thing we have. That's our A squad. That's fully our A squad, right? We can switch out Bond with the other Bond, but it's same shit. Both of them are our A squad. Honestly,
The Jonathans.
yeah. Whichever
the
Jonathan is in the
Jonathans.
field is our A squad.
Los Jonas.
Yeah. You guys still feel that what Julie's saying is true even with Memo in there?
I'm
Right
still
now,
on
yes.
I still remember what Finn said about Memo, so I still feel like Memo can carry you only so far, and
Yeah.
he shouldn't be your everyday starter. Until I think he's serviceable until somebody better comes along. I guess.
You guys don't feel that Edwards could do that winger position job better than Memo?
You know what?
Raheem Edwards?
I feel they complement each other by subbing each other out. So I don't care. I don't mind that Memo starts because Edwards can probably around halftime or 60th minute come in and switch. Like that to me, is a for sure sub. Memo's a for sure sub in a game.
So it's something similar that we had with Sasha and Victor last year, where you take one old man out, you put another old man in.
Yeah, it's probably something like that. It's a dude. The lack of wingers that the LA Galaxy have, including a DP who was wandering around hoping that somebody would recognize him. It's what the Galaxy could be with that open DP slot and what we could have had. I know it's horrible to dwell on it. It's already passed. Ya pasó. But now we're left with starting with either Raheem or Memo. And that's our A squad. Damn,
Imagine one of those guys
squad,
gets
dude.
hurt.
We got Vivi.
There you go. Yeah, forget it, dude.
We got Vivi, baby.
I'm done. There you go.
Tune in next week.
BB jersey, baby.
No,
Let's
well,
go, BB jersey.
I mean, honestly, if Memo or fucking or Raheem, I'm not saying if one of the other gets hurt, but if one of them does get hurt and you need to sub out Memo or Raheem like at the 65th minute, you probably put in Jovale and you keep Chicharito in, right? You go with two strikers up top and you change your formation at that point, even though Vanny doesn't want it. But at that point, unless you want to put Gino Ivi or fucking Huaguirre.
I mean,
So the game starts.
first half wasn't bad.
Actually, honestly,
Was not bad at all.
no.
There's something that
No,
happened.
no. The first 10, 15 minutes, honestly, seemed like it was not going to go our way.
No.
They were.
Yeah,
San
it's
Jose
pretty
was. Yeah, San Jose was kind of having fun in there. Bobasin got a look too. I mean, luckily nothing came of it. Kind of went straight to the keeper. Straight to Bond's hands. But yeah,
That was
They
the
were-
only
especially
shot on
the right
goal,
side.
Eddie.
I know, but like they were moving the ball around. In my opinion, I mean, that's the way I saw it.
You know, I'll say it real quick because I don't want to let you guys talk more. But the way I saw it was the Galaxy defense managed to keep them scoreless and limited them to one shot. And to me, that's a big plus.
Yeah, especially we've been on this show. I mean, not giving Jalen Neal a hard time. Well, I guess kind of giving him a hard time that he usually has those mental mistakes early on in the game, and to limit a very good San Jose team to one shot in those first 15, that is pretty impressive. Especially with a Bobasi, dude. He's a solid forward, and then you have Espinoza on the wings, who's been torching it this season. I think we were fortunate that Caden Cowell is called up to the national team because
Yeah, that physical presence.
he's a big body and he's a
important
very
to them too.
yeah, and he's kind of pacey. Maybe I'm tripping,
Yeah.
but he's kind of pacey and he's big and he's strong. He could have gave us some trouble in that first half for sure.
Anyway, I hope we pull a Donovan and steal Caden Cowell
I
from
would
him,
love
too.
that, dude. That would be beautiful.
That would be amazing.
By the way, you mentioned Espinosa last week. On Wednesday. Joe Totino was there with us in the huddle at halftime, and we were talking about the San Jose game. And one of the things that he brought up was that he was concerned that Espinosa might actually give Alde a really hard time. He felt that Espinosa was going to try to exploit Alde's, I guess, his youth, and was able to maybe run circles by him, and it would have given us big issues, but it didn't turn out to be that way. Not as bad as we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, actually, he was one of the player that I was most concerned about. Not because I don't think Alde was not going to be able to keep up with his pace, just that in the form that Espinosa is in right now, he has looked like one of the better wingers in the league. I think he has a couple goals, a couple assists this season. And in a rivalry game that team usually has taken more seriously in recent times, you would have thought that Espinosa would have started firing on all cylinders. Fortunate for us that they didn't, and fortunate for us that the LA Galaxy, after those first 15, they look way better. There was Chicha with that one miss that he had.
Oh yeah, and actually that was a great pass from Memo.
Yeah.
So Memo showing why he should have that
Mm-hmm.
starting spot, and we can argue. We can't even sit here and argue because who? You can't tell me who. You want number 7 to go in?
Was he available in the lineup?
Yeah, I
By
made
the
a
way,
joke. Go ahead.
Just to drive home the point about Espinosa's threat, I think Brian said he had like a couple goals and assists. No, he actually has 8 goals and 3 assists. So he's one of the
there you
leading
go.
scorers in MLS. So
Yeah.
he's a real threat. Him and Ebobasi.
He was the player of the month.
Yes, player of the month.
So, held him to no goals today, at least in the first half, right?
Yeah.
How many saves did what's his name's San Jose's keeper have? Because we shot a good amount, didn't we?
Winkowski. Let me look at it.
I'll argue that those shots were not very threatening, though.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
we have
the
some from
chance that Chicha
Chicha.
He had 3 saves.
Although the
Oh.
Caligari shot,
Yeah, the Caligari shot was a beast. That was a rocket.
Yeah, in the 60th minute. Wow, that was
It's
beautiful.
bad. They went for that one. Yes.
Yeah. You got it.
Caligari with each capet.
There you go.
Yeah, but I would say the shots weren't too threatening. We could take some time to talk about Chicha. I mean, Chicha loves to complain and be vocal. Today, though, I don't know if you guys saw what I saw, but
Chicha missed a
Chicha.
few. Yeah.
yeah, but like, they're not just a few. Those are like
Those are
Those are his bread
those
and
are
butter.
easy.
Yeah, those are his bread and butter.
Yeah. I think it's one of those cases where Chicha wanted to play so hard and drive home the point that he could be a factor in this rivalry match, and he just tried too hard. Maybe if his mind would have been in the right spot, some of those goals would have gone in. But we remember what happened last season with him and San Jose. We did a little clown dance, and
Yeah.
maybe in his mind he was already envisioning doing another little clown dance. But buddy, you got to put the goal in the net first. So
Yeah, and it looked like that throughout the whole game. It's probably just the frustration of the season overall. Him wanting to carry the team as a captain, lead as a captain, putting the most effort so everybody gets inspired to play at the same level. And we've seen this with Ricky as well, where he talked about being MVP early on in the season. He had a couple stinkers. Not that he's a bad player by any stretch of the imagination, but he's had a couple bad games this season where he's been trying to do too much and is ineffective. And every aspect that he tries to put his will into the opponent.
I won't sugarcoat it. No, he's been asked.
Chicha?
Yeah.
He's been asked the whole season?
Chicha or Ricky?
Chicha.
I don't know about that.
Ricky's
I feel like I said before we went on, I feel like, well, you weren't there. It was me and Chewy were talking about it, and I feel like he expends a lot of energy to run around, make himself look threatening, get in the box, flail around, and in the end has very little to show for it. I mean, as it's at the end of this night, he still only has one goal in MLS play. So there's got to be some level of frustration that's not just
Kind of sounds
visible
like
for him, but it's visible on Ricky Puig. It's also visible with Dejan Joveljic. I mean, we're gonna talk about his goal later on, but you see that celebration. That's not your typical Dejan celebration. That's like
Ooh.
an explosion of like, damn,
Aggressiveness
frustration,
is-
just
yep.
going nuts. But go on, Eddie.
Yeah. Could it be that today's stinker from Chicha, well, maybe not just today's, but why it may have looked like he was trying too much is because we only play with that one forward?
Yeah.
Could it have been that where he does have to cover a little bit more ground to try to impress the opposition's defenders? He has way more ground to cover.
You saying because of the 2-man forward?
Because there's a one-man forward this time. He was trying to do too much because when there was two forwards, he had Dejan to rely on to go press on first, and then he'll be...
No, I think that the 2 forward thing, it's the coaching. That's like, I mean, you're supposed to be more dangerous, I guess, in the final third if you're playing with 2 forwards.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not going to excuse Chicha for the 2 forward formation because he did that everywhere else he succeeded. He actually succeeded better with 2 forwards everywhere he did it. He had way better strike partners, but
CR7 as his partner.
Berbatov. Yeah.
I agree with Eddie.
So
I kind of feel like there were glimpses where we would see the 2 forward setup work marvelously because Dejan and Chicha, for like a split second or two, were like on the same page, and they would, like, Dejan would pass the ball to him or vice versa. But it seemed like maybe Vanny was in their ear too much, giving instruction and not just letting them go out there and figure it out between themselves and just communicate with themselves. And sometimes you just gotta let your guys go out there and figure it out on their own instead of giving them like all this direction. Like, if he does this, you gotta do this, and make sure to look for this. No, just let the guys go out there and figure it out. That's the best way to learn. You talk to each other, whether it's even if you don't speak the same language. You figure it out.
Yeah. Well, in this first half, it was evident that the LA Galaxy wanted it more, because that shot from Chicha, it was kind of like a warning to San Jose, and they were taking it serious. And why are we so sad in this episode?
Nah, we can talk about it.
Bro.
The LA Galaxy just won. Not just won, but a couple hours ago.
It's also late. No, Edgar's right.
Oh yeah, maybe that. Anyway, so the second half.
No, but I think there's like even going to the second half, I think there was a lot of wasted opportunity, right? Like, you're doing good, but still, it's like our guy that's supposed to like score the goals for us is missing the ones that he's supposed to put away.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we're being picky, but it's kind of like, we need you, bro. We need you to put these away if there's a chance.
Yeah,
because it kind of feels like so much effort goes into the play, goes into everybody doing their job, and then it just doesn't happen.
And the guy that's supposed to be the one to like just, all right, it's definitely gonna go in.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not always gonna go in, but when you get at least one in the game, it makes it feel a lot better, right? It makes it feel different. But then when you don't get none, bro, it's like, fuck.
Yeah,
and
it's not just now.
Mind you, we're gonna get to the end of the game, and it could have been completely different if it wasn't for, one person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Martin.
By the way, going into the half, like I said earlier, my initial thought was, it is good. The defense has stood up well. They've limited Espinosa and Ebobisse to nothing, pretty much. Ebobisse just that soft little header. So I thought it was a big plus that the defense had done such a fantastic job to limit their opportunities, scoring on chances. But by the same token, like we mentioned, these missed opportunities, they come back to haunt you sometimes. And one of the things that I was worried about was is San Jose going to make the necessary adjustments to punish the Galaxy in the second half? And are we going to see that? Or is the LA Galaxy going to be able to continue what they were doing and frustrate San Jose to the point where they're going to make a critical mistake and then Galaxy can pounce on it and take a hold of this game? And, well, it's going to the second half.
So second half, deadlock gets broken 15 minutes in, right? Martin Cáceres, welcome. Welcome to the score chart.
Let's go, baby.
And, game of inches here. If Ricky Puig actually touches that ball,
It's offsides, baby.
it's offside.
Is he?
Hell yeah,
Absolutely.
dude.
Yeah,
He
he was
is what?
offside.
Hell yeah, he is. You can see it on the replay.
He was just
Yeah.
The
hanging out by
foot,
that far post.
that foot is way offsides.
I wonder why he didn't celebrate it this time. Called it his own goal.
Bro, he was trying to steal
No,
a goal too. He was trying to
Ricky.
punch that goal in the fucking net.
Ricky,
Alright.
just like he stole Jovic's celebration. Damn it, Ricky. Riquísimo.
Riquísimo. Yeah, dude. If he was like that ball had not crossed the line and he touches that ball, that's
an offside.
that's an offside.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Oof. Good thing he didn't touch it.
He tried.
He tried for sure.
It's crazy though. Can you guys remember the last time we scored off of like a corner, like not a broken play or anything,
Last
but,
game?
like, an actual corner?
The last game against
Well,
Seattle.
Open Cup.
Yeah.
That thing, I mean,
That doesn't count.
MLS
That doesn't
play.
count.
In MLS
Yeah,
play.
it doesn't count.
Oh,
Not
I was
against
like,
little
it
kids.
literally happened in Open Cup with
Not
Memo.
against kids.
Hey, but Memo.
That's
did
actually
it.
a real. Yeah, I mean
Memo-
that's actually a really good question. I don't think we're not good at
Or
any
that
set
piece
plays.
in general, that's not a penalty.
Any set plays that I don't think the Galaxy's good at that at all. And to have one, I mean, that was kind of weird. But it went in. Yay!
Yay! We got one.
We got one.
Yeah, Tony mentioned on the Yahoo chat the goal that Keno stole from Wilhelmson in
That's on
the
Yahoo
playoffs.
chat?
That was going in, and then Keno just runs in there and taps it in right as it's going up, at the line. And Wilhelmson is like, no, he throws his hands up.
I think Donovan goes hugs him, right? He's like,
Yeah. Keno.
That'd have been so wholesome. Anyways,
But,
salud.
oh,
Salud.
Cuidado.
I'm sorry. No, I sneeze because I'm allergic to bullshit because I kind of feel bad for San Diego. San Diego loyal.
Yeah, that's we all expected when we heard San Diego. I mean, we're going off a little on a tangent, but when we all, I'm sure when we all heard, oh, San Diego is one of the front runners for an MLS franchise, everybody immediately thought of San Diego loyal, not this whatever the hell this is that we've heard.
I mean,
what
we'd
are
have
they
to
even
assume
called?
that San Diego's getting an MLS team now, right?
It's either, I think it's either San Diego or Vegas, to be honest.
No, but I mean, with the news that the loyal put out, I'd assume that San Diego's got it.
You never know, man. Don Garber's shocked people in the past.
I mean, they could do both.
The third LA team. Oh, shit.
Jesus, put a team in the
Oh,
valley.
now this is
In Orange
now
County.
This is in the,
Put a team in the valley, in San Fernando Valley. They've never had a team up there. You imagine that?
Well,
Okay,
because
we
nobody
got
likes
Car-
going over there.
Well, now they don't have to go
Damn.
anywhere. They can just be there, their own. Stay
Nah,
in the
chill. The valley's cool, dog.
Nah, fuck it, dude. They buy that OC team that doesn't like the Galaxy because the Galaxy's gonna buy them out. So they just buy that shit and make it another fucking team.
got the heart of the city. Now come to the rectum of the city.
To the rectal. Chill.
I have no idea. That's not pointing at any city. I'm just saying.
Hey, man.
Anyways, that sucks for the loyal, but yeah. So
Anyway, second half.
I said it scored.
Yeah. Yeah, let the boys celebrate. You know what? They've been playing horribly. They got some confidence from the game against Seattle in the Open Cup. They were actually knocking on the door in the first half, looking like the more dangerous team. You know, the reward came. And Martin Cáceres put it in the back of the net. Here we go, boys. 1-0. I did not think this was going to last, to be honest. I was like, all right, we're gonna go 1-0,
Nah,
and then San Jose's gonna turn it up, and Bobasi and Espinosa are gonna go off on us right now.
yeah, because you're only up by one goal and you keep missing, right? Like, if you play the sport and watch the sport, that's kind of the way it goes. Like, what is it? El que perdona pierde.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
and it was like that in that first half. I was like, damn.
It was good. It was like that in the second half too, even when we were up.
Yeah.
And well,
Wow.
there was a lot of missed chances. There was Raheem Edwards with the header. There was Boyd that took a shot. There was Chicha that took a couple shots that deflected, and the keeper,
that shot
had
by
to dive
Boyd.
because it'll, yeah. And Caligari, the shot. Well, actually, that's the one that led to the corner for the goal. But thing is, chances were there, and they're not being converted, right?
Yeah.
And it's 1-0. It's 1-0. But then, Edgar, you can take it from here. I know you've been waiting for this moment.
Just like he has.
We all have to be honest, because if Dejan does well, like Chicha, if Chicha does well, if Dejan does well, that's a good thing. It's good for us. That means they're scoring goals. That means they're winning games. And Dejan Joveljic comes into the game, and he came in hungry, man. And I was gonna say that Dejan made that happen all on his own. He pressured Michael Valtissimo, and he forced him to make that pass back to Jonathan Mensah, and then, man, Joveljic was all over him. He harassed the hell out of him. Mensah coughed up the ball. Dejan took it in, went to the right, and fired that shot past the San Jose goalkeeper. And that celebration, like, there's many ways to look at it. The first thing I thought was like, this is a guy who's been very terribly frustrated, just like Chicharito and some of the other players. And this is an explosion where, like, damn it, I finally got one in, against our rival. And he didn't just celebrate. He, like, tore his shirt off. He went over to the bench. And I was telling Chewy, I get the feeling that he went to go celebrate in front of the camera crew that's been around the team's bench the last couple matches. If you haven't been at the stadium, it seems that somebody's doing a documentary on the team. It could be Apple, maybe it's Netflix, who knows? Last Chance U, right?
Oh.
And but I get the feeling that he ran over to where the camera crew was, because you can see a boom mic coming in right above him. But man, he went nuts. His teammates were surrounding him. I feel like this wasn't just him celebrating. This is like the whole team celebrating, and good for him and good for the Galaxy. This is a much needed victory against a team that a lot of people were already looking at as maybe a playoff contender, especially after they took down LAFC. But I don't know if I want to say this now or later, because I'm sure Eddie will bring up the same thing, because we were talking about how, like, San Jose may not be what they seem they are. But I'll save it for later. But yeah, good goal for our boy Dejan. I was so happy I forgot to put on my I stunt on these hoes Dejan thing. I completely forgot to put it. I'll put it up at midnight or something. So he'll respond to me while he's lying in bed watching his tweets.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I felt the celebration. I felt
how'd you guys see it, man?
He went Super Saiyan. No, he went Super Serbian. This man's celebration was amazing. And no, the passion this kid plays with, we've seen it. We've talked about it on the show. But this is the thing. What just happened at the 91st minute? You coming in as a sub, dude, as much as you want to play as a starter, they just solidifies you as a super sub right now. You were able to create a chance and a goal in less time than you have played this whole season as a starter.
He created out of nothing, too.
And created out of nothing. I know he might not like it. I know he wants to be a starter. I know he wants to have minutes so he can play with the national team. But on this particular LA Galaxy team that you're playing in right now, you are our super sub. And this is exactly what you come in to do. When the other team is trying to bounce back, you just come in with the dagger. Super Serbian, baby. Let's go.
A shiv, baby. A shiv.
Yeah, with the shiv.
Shiv. So I was there. I saw it different. I saw the celebration different, I should say. great, great work. Um, Creating it out of nothing. Um, Again, I saw it different. I feel maybe we can probably study this with some CSI work. I think he attacked his seat on the bench.
He attacked his seat.
It looked like he was violating his seat, man. He's just jumping over
Yeah,
it.
like I don't fucking belong on the bench.
Is that what
Nah, you
think?
do.
He was
Nah, he does.
punching and kicking the
He
seat.
does. Oh, I agree. I think he's now proven that he's better off the bench. I think
Yeah.
even Edgar can tell you that. The biggest fan here. We all love Dejan.
Of course.
But-
There's
Just
nothing
not
against
starter.
him.
Just not starter Dejan.
Well, not on this particular LA Galaxy team, how it's constructed.
Not right now. In the future.
Not since he started with the Galaxy, Dejan.
I mean, that's Vanny's system. We don't know what it could be under somebody else.
Yeah.
Because regardless of what we want to say about Dejan's lack of performances as a starter, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of coaches in MLS that would love to start Dejan and would know how to utilize him.
Would you guys?
You tell me
think
Brian
that-
Schmelzer wouldn't get the most out of Dejan? Come on, bro.
Would you guys think that Deion would benefit, like in a two-striker system where he works as a false nine, and he kind of hovers above the top of the 18, which is that's where he generates most of his goals. He picks people apart from up there, or gives passes and create goals like that. We saw him do that against LAFC in the playoffs last year. What do you guys
I
think?
don't know. I don't know. I think Dejan needs to learn to like control those emotions.
Nah,
'Cause I think, hold on. May I? Right? May I
Proceed.
differentiate like when I'm starting or when I'm coming off the bench? Like he comes in with the same emotion, same like intensity, in both roles, and I think he just like when he starts, he just like kills himself, like just trying to be that same intense, crazy guy from the beginning.
I get what you mean.
Yeah. See? Oh, you said hold on. Oh, now you agree?
Nah, well, okay. Well, now that you put it that way. Yeah, I agree with that. To a certain extent. Maybe this is just the kind of guy he is, regardless if you start him or off the bench. That's I wouldn't want any of that emotional control.
I mean,
Just let him be Dejan.
it's not the worst thing, and I think Dejan's more talented. But look at like a one Alan Gordon, type
Yeah.
player. Remember him off the bench, Edgar?
Oh yeah. It's
Oh,
an
we love
offense.
Gordon.
Yeah.
One thing I was thinking about while you guys were talking about Deion was maybe we could draw a parallel here to WWE, right? Where sometimes wrestlers get a push at the wrong time, and one big example I can give you is Roman Reigns, who for the longest time was being pushed and pushed and pushed as the next big thing, and it just wasn't happening. The fans weren't having it, right? And that's professional wrestling. I mean, obviously everything's predetermined, right? But in the end, you still want to see a good performance. And it just wasn't happening. But then things line up, and you give them the right push, and look what we have now. You have the tribal chief, the bloodline. I mean, the guy is untouchable, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. Maybe the same thing happened with Deion. He just got the wrong push at the wrong time.
Dude, well, you know who Dejan is, right? If we're gonna draw that parallel.
Sammy.
Solo?
No, he's Solo.
Solo.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's gonna murder someone soon.
exactly.
So
The enforcer, baby.
You give him.
The
You give him the push.
enforcer.
Maybe you take him. Tell him to sit back for a bit. Get hungry again, and then when the time is right, he earns that spot, and then you can build the office around him and the system around him, like we've been saying. That it feels like this whole system is set up for Chicharito. Fortunately, we still haven't seen Chicharito completely take advantage of that. I'm sure we will eventually. Once the summer comes around, Chicha will probably hit his stride. But for now, I'm sure he's frustrated. But beating the Smurfs tonight, I'm sure it takes some of the edge off.
100%. The sigh of relief in the whole team. Now you have back-to-back wins, one in an Open Cup and one in a regular MLS match. On top of that, you just beat your since '96 rival to you beat them convincingly, knowing that they are in better form than you are. And I think that's what shocked me today. To see this LA Galaxy team put a performance today that was better than the one they put against Austin, against a better team, against a team who's coming on a high.
It was a complete performance. Well, except for the last minute there, where things got really weird.
The last goal, I mean, we're not even gonna count that one. Whatever, it's shooting offside.
Yeah.
What is important that we talk about it though?
It was so weird, right? It was like Alde, I think, got hurt. He slid, he like literally like went sliding off, off the field, and he's holding it looked like he was holding his hamstring, I don't know, or his gluteus maximus. And meanwhile, the play kept going. There's a centering pass into the 18. The ball kind of like caroms around a little before it finally lands at the feet of what's his name? I can't remember right now. I'll tell you right now. Of Buddha, of Useni Buddha, and he was clearly offside. I mean, as the ball was coming in, but yeah, you got to take into fact, if you got to factor in the fact that Alde is still past the touchline, and I guess that's enough, right? He's not offside. The goal stands. Chewy and I were discussing this before we went on, and he was saying, "Hey, maybe Alde should like crawled back onto the pitch or rolled onto the pitch so that way the Buddha would have been offside." But unfortunately, that wasn't the case.
Yeah. 2-1.
Although Galaxy players are upset, they really wanted that clean sheet, man.
Yeah, of course. Bondi wanted that clean sheet, but it didn't happen. But the LA Galaxy did win, so I mean that happened. I thought
it was funny that it was like they were all waiting for a VAR, and the ref's like, "Nope, game over."
Yep. And you know what that means, boys? We're not in last place anymore. Let's go.
Now. A lot of things left,
baby.
3 points away from a playoff spot. Oh,
hell yeah.
That's the reason. This is the reason why we're redecorating Nag Studios to make a space for the wooden spoon.
Hell yeah. It's going to be front and center, baby.
That's a large wooden spoon there.
By the way, do you guys have YouTube open on your phones and whatever?
I do now.
The last goal by San Jose was offside.
I know. We just said that.
So didn't go to VAR. But I mean, look at it.
No, he was offside, but it's the fact that Alde was, was technically in the play, although he was off the field.
No, you're not in play. When you're outside the lines, you're not in play.
No. As a defender, yeah, you're in play if you're outside the lines.
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Is this MLS rules or your rules when you play on Saturdays?
You know what I used to do for work, bro? For 6 years, and I had to know everything.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you like Spenny says. Look it up. Show me proof.
Because if that's the case, he was way offside. It was like clear as day. But everybody just looked at it.
Even Eric Ronaldo tweeted it.
Yeah.
Really? He's a reliable source now?
Yes.
He used to play for San Jose.
You know what they say, man.
Reliable source, baby.
He's not my hero. He's yours. Remember? He was. Yeah.
Well, shouldn't never pretty for San Jose. And the Galaxy wins 2-1 on an offside goal.
Yeah.
Does not matter. 3 points in the bag, baby.
Dejan gets the game winning.
Dejan with the game winner.
Let's unleash Gargamel. I'm gonna go eat some Smurfs.
And you know what that means?
What?
Wartime?
War times, baby.
All right, cool.
There you go.
So, let's start with the challenge. Edgar, you up for a challenge?
Let's do it.
I think this is a challenge. Actually, nah, I'm lying to myself. The Geo Award.
Your word?
Nah, it's easy. I'll start it. I'll just. Chicha.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Game is
thinking
off.
that.
Game is off. Do your job.
I know. It's just I was thinking that, but I was like, he put in a lot of effort. It's just.
Yeah, but the most important part of his job and what he gets $10 million or whatever he gets a year for, he couldn't do.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to look at it like as just black and white, yeah. I guess you could say, yeah, his game is off. He didn't score.
Then give me somebody else.
He had his chance.
Give me your argument.
Ricky Puig.
Okay.
No.
Let me hear your argument. Hold on. This is the point.
Ricky Puig.
Nah. Go ahead, dude.
He even tried to steal a goal because he couldn't go on his own.
Because he tried to steal a goal. All
No,
right,
'cause he
I'll give it a
couldn't go
push
on
too
his
for that.
own.
Now,
He's like, give me that. Like, no, not yours.
I would have to agree with Eddie on this one. Chicha. In a complete team performance, he was the one that was off. Yeah, that makes sense. Finally, her words make sense.
I did agree with Eddie, by the way. I just said Ricky Puig just to play around, but
Damn, he said fuck Eddie for sure.
no, no, I agree with Eddie completely. It's just, I just feel it's kind of like a little unfair for Chicharito for the effort he put forward too, but whatever. Go on, Chewy.
Yeah, same Chicharito. He's been the effort he puts in is good, but he ain't finishing, and that's his job. That's it.
Chewy, it hurt Chewy to say.
Insightful.
It what?
It hurt Chewy to say
It hurt Chewy to say it.
Say what?
that Chicha sucked.
Why? I didn't want Chicha from the get-go in this team, so...
All of a sudden.
God.
We should have
What the fuck
Roll
are you
the tape.
talking about?
Roll the
exactly.
tape.
Look
Roll
at
the
my
tape.
tweets. Look at my tweets before he even came
roll
in.
the tapes.
Go to Chewy's place. He has like this Chicha shrine. It's crazy.
I did not want Chicha here. I kept saying that I would prefer if Chicha went to like Austin or somewhere else. Dude,
Chewy has the latest.
There's a tweets on my Twitter. Go check them out. Look
Chewy
at our
has the full
podcast
body.
when we look at the podcast when we brought in straight from the stands. They wanted Chicha in. I didn't
Full
want Chicha in.
body, full body cutout of Chicha's latest flex pick.
Yeah.
That's what Chewy has in his room right now.
Yeah, like exact size. It's
He has
crazy.
in his locker at the Ignite Tower.
And every morning he tells them, stunning these hoes.
It's kind of weird that you blew up that picture where he's pulling up his shorts. Honestly, I
Hey,
don't understand why
you know, I didn't blow it up. You blew it up for me, so that's all I'm saying.
I knew you'd like it. I'm a good friend. Look at this.
Stop blowing things, Eddie. Fuck.
You see that cheesecake
Never.
photos, baby.
Next one.
What's the next one?
BJ.
You got heart, man,
No,
baby.
let me just- you got hurt, man.
BJ's when we lose.
And that's
Nah,
gotta
true.
be Bondi, dude.
Nah, BJ
hell
for trying
nah.
to be famous.
Nah, you got hurt, man. To me, it's gonna go to Dejan.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
100%.
You got hurt, man. Maybe my next standing will surprise you, but I think Dejan is. You got hurt, man.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%. The limited time that he came in, I think the celebration is the thing that pumped me up the most. Every time he celebrates a goal, I don't know what it is. Like, I feel like yelling at his face, too. It's just, let's just yell at each other, bro. We're both pumped. I don't know what it is. So, yes, Dejan gets the honorable mention. What about you guys?
I agree as well. I was thinking of maybe putting him as next signing because I feel like he made a big difference because he scored the game-winning goal. But he wasn't in there for too long and did what he had to do. And that celebration, he said, was scintillating, exhilarating, titillating. So yeah, get that heart, baby.
Hell yeah. Chewy, who you got?
Same. I agree with you guys. He was a great player.
Yeah, he actually embodied the award today. That is the embodiment of the You've Got Heart Man award.
Right. Next,
Next standing. I think this was hard.
next standing?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think for me, maybe I don't know what. Maybe he was being there and seeing the work and everything. I'm
Has to be one
I'm
of
sorry.
the trio in the midfield.
No, I think it's Tyler Boyd.
Ah,
He was a
okay.
stud, bro.
all right.
I thought he just did everything, and he was. You could even give it to that whole right side. That right side was just on, dude. Yeah, he. I mean, I don't have the stats up, but I don't think he turned it over. I don't have complaints at all, and I feel like he was just like he was on his game, bro. Tyler Boyd for me was the man. He's that guy that I remember when he put on that U.S. men's national team jersey on, and I was like, damn, this guy's fucking.
He had
dope."
91%
And then
passing, by the way, and he got dispossessed 3 times, just so you know.
Well, thanks. Bro.
Damn, I'll go with Memo, dude. Memo has been having pretty good games back to back. You know,
Oh, I
you
like
got-
that one too.
Yeah, so I'm not mad. Memo, you know, put in a good ball to get that goal. He got that assist. You know, I'm not mad. He's playing.
Oh.
He played really good for the time he was in there.
96% pass success, baby.
This one's an asshole over here.
Hey,
Memo
back
is a
him
good one. Boyd is a good one. I'm gonna go with Pooj. Of course, I'm gonna go with Pooj. Riquísimo always has the most touches on the pitch. His pass accuracy is always high. Just his hustle, his work rate, everything that he does, even in a bad Galaxy season, he still gives it his 100% effort every time. Even knowing from where he comes from. You know, he played in bigger clubs in the LA Galaxy, and he still comes here to give it his all. 100% Ricky Pooj is my next standing today. We got Edgar.
I'm going to go with the man who kept us in the game, Jonathan Bond. He made fantastic save in the game, which looked like automatic San Jose goal. But like Eddie and I always say, he's a good shot stopper, man. And say it again, Eddie.
Everyone gets one.
Everyone gets one, man. And he gave us a big one. Without him making that save, San Jose would have probably tied the game. I mean, they would have gotten the momentum to maybe steal this win. But Jonathan Bond, if anybody has any qualms with maybe they feel Klinsmann deserves the starting spot or Bond, a performance like this tonight shows you why Bond is the number one and why, if the decision comes down to it, Banny's always going to go with Bondi. So, there you go.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, to Francisco Lopez. This is Caligari was, and he used the fire signs. That right side
Yeah, he's
was
badass.
was
dude.
awesome. Yeah. That dude, that right side can become very dangerous. It looks like Caligari and Boyd are understanding each other. So
That's a good thing. 100%.
what a difference a week makes. I hate it because someone can run the tape, listen to us a week ago, and
We hated this team horribly. And the thing is,
can
it's
you
so
blame
frustrating
us?
because no, you can't. This team on paper and with the performance that they had today, the performance that they had in Austin, dude, you can see that this team could be top 5 in the league.
ugh, I wouldn't say that.
Top 5 in the league? Yeah. Well, at least in the West, for sure. And they're not playing like it.
You know
What,
what
today they
I
did?
think might have happened? I think that late night after that Colorado Galaxy game, Robin Fraser told Greg Vanny, "Hey, meet me at the El Pescador, and let's talk things over." And they
And they
sat
gave
there,
him-
right? Hey, had some some chelas right there, and they were drinking. And he's like, "Let me give you some advice," and he gave him some like a little bit of advice, his mentor. And then Vanny came in like, "Okay, guys, let's make some adjustments." Thanks to my buddy Robin Fraser here, and because since then things have been better.
I think it a step forward. I mean, further. Robin Fraser's he's coaching in Colorado. He snuck a bunch of shrooms.
Lovely.
He's like, bro, let me help you out. Let me help you open that third eye that might be your coaching eye. And yeah, well, here we go.
So he
Hopefully, this is the beginning of the beginning of us making a run, I guess. As much as we want
I
Klein
hope
out, I
so.
don't want to see my team lose. I hate seeing my team lose.
Yeah, me too.
I already said it. I wouldn't want to call the bluff because I don't believe Klein steps down. I want to like him coming out saying I'm stepping down, dude. If you don't make it to the playoffs in a fucking league where 9 teams in the conference are gonna make it, you get fired.
No, you get promoted if you're the LA Galaxy.
Anyways,
Point
is-
extension.
This is where I'm gonna put a little damper on things, and Eddie probably, maybe I think Eddie's probably thinking the same thing if he looked up the information like I did. So celebrate the win over San Jose, right? Like I said, a lot of people looked at them as a team that was possible contender. They took down LAFC. They were definitely among the pecking order at the top in the West. They work hard to get up there. As we've seen, the Earthquakes have had a really hard run, for a long time now. But as good as San Jose has seemed throughout this season, all 5 of their wins were at home. And not only that, they're winless on the road with 4 losses and 2 draws now.
yeah,
What do you guys think?
the winless road. We finally didn't break a streak.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
There you go.
That is exactly what I was worried about. For us to give them a hand in breaking streaks.
Yeah, but
fortunately
Smurfs
for
are a
us-
playoff team for sure.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
a bad team. They, of course, like I said earlier, on paper, they're not better than our team. But currently, in form, yes, they are. But not tonight. Tonight, we're eating blue muffins or whatever it is. What do they eat?
Whoa. Do not Google that.
It's blue waffles,
Blue
sir.
waffles,
You even made it worse.
blue muffins.
Blue muffins are delicious. Blueberry muffins.
Good thing the U20 freaking cup is on, because I don't know how much of a difference.
Well,
What's his face is what
Caden Cow.
by the way, my good friend Ziggy, follow him. What an asshole! Made me look like an idiot.
You do that to
It
yourself.
is offside if a player. Is it offside if a player's off the pitch? If you're defending a player and you leave the pitch without the referee's permission, you will be considered to be at the goal line, and you will keep the opponents onside.
Told you.
Yeah, there we said it.
Just for that, you should chug your beer, Eddie.
Eddie,
Yep.
Yes.
come on,
I'll
Eddie.
do the
You
full
gotta
one.
give Chewy his props, man.
Oh, fuck
He's
that
not.
guy. He like
He's not, and that's okay.
He's
I'm
not.
okay with that.
over here dying, bro. Can't stop coughing all of a sudden.
We do have some questions.
Oh, we do have questions.
Ooh,
Yes.
questions.
Dale, boy.
Let's go to Instagram.
Let's go.
Hold on, before that, help me out over here, Brian.
What happened?
I said
Once
before
you
that, help
crack
me
his
out
back.
over here.
I got you, bro.
Oh, wrong guy. I'm just choking over here.
There you go. All right, from Instagram. From Logan Jones. Hashtag wooden spoon. Here we come. Not today, though.
Well, I mean, it's still on path.
Not on this
Uh,
day.
Bang Bang 77. Do you guys think it'll be awkward in a tailgate once all the SGs goes back? I don't know. We're not going to talk about that no more.
There you go.
Dr. Phil 96. Is this team the last season is this the last season Chicharito's going to be in the Galaxy jersey?
Yes.
Yes.
Last season he was good, but huge drop off now. So yes, I believe this will be the last time we'll see him.
I wouldn't say it's a huge
Bittersweet?
drop off. I think that, like I said, I think once the summer comes around, he's gonna hit his full stride. But right now, like what did Eddie say? It's a game of inches, right? Some of the stuff is just mere inches. So he's gonna figure it out. I think he's gonna get some goals. Let's go.
Raul the Raf. Fuck Sanho. Their goal shouldn't have counted. De Jong super sub. Should Edwards start on the wing?
No,
Should Edwards start in the wings?
no.
Not convinced.
It could go either way. Memo or Edwards can start, but I think the thing with Edwards, he plays too fast, and he does some plays where our forwards or our mid isn't even in place anymore. Like
Yeah,
I
he
think
tries
Memo-
to force things. That's his
Yeah,
biggest
Memo has
issue.
a slight edge right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're different players though too.
Yep.
It's like
Yeah.
if Vanny gets his head straight, you have two different type of quote unquote wingers because one was a defender a few weeks ago, and Memo's not a fucking winger at all. That you can put him depending on who your opponent is. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's all up
and-
to Vanny, and that's kind of scary.
Yeah, I kind of like Edwards coming in after the fact or after a certain amount of time just because of the tired legs on the defense. So he could run it, He could run out those legs and cause some issues.
Yeah. R. Ped Rasa 83. Will the Galaxy play like this more often, or did the Smurfs have a shitty game?
Oh man,
Smurfs are winless on the road. They have
Yeah,
issues
Smurfs are
playing
winless
outside of
on
the
the-
little matchbox of a stadium.
and no Caden Cowell.
No kidding, Kyle. There was something that we were gonna say about this game, though, right, Eddie? Are you gonna still say that?
What?
You said yes, the LA Galaxy won, but
I mean, we kind of just touched on it, like all the missed chances.
Ah,
They
okay.
could have the end. Like if Dejan doesn't do what he did, we probably find ourselves with 1 point, which actually changes. We're not even excited now.
that they won.
Yeah, so
We're just
that
like, all right, cool, 3 points.
imagine if Dejan doesn't come in and does what Dejan did.
Yeah. Oh man, I thought you were gonna say something more insightful.
No, it's not positive because we win and we're trying to figure out why we're not that excited. Maybe that's part of it too. It's just kind of like if that moment doesn't happen, and mind you, that it wasn't even a team goal.
No, it's an individual, 100% individual.
Yeah, it's
And those type of goals, you need to want them because you have to make them yourself. It's not like it just happened. Somebody fucked up and lost the ball. You had to
he
fucking fuck it up.
Yeah. He forced two of the both of those guys to make mistakes. So
But we're here talking about this being probably one of their most complete games of all season.
yeah,
And
because-
we're not
mostly
gonna-
because of the defensive effort though. That's what I feel.
But we're not gonna be excited about maybe having another MLS game like this because we're gonna play Columbus in
so
the
what
midweek.
Edgar loves to say, and I'll let you take it from here. Edgar.
Okay, go for it.
We look toothless.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Chicharito isn't doing what we expect him to do. But more importantly, I feel like, all right, so you got this scrappy win over San Jose. Yeah, a complete defensive effort, but give me like 3, 4 performances like this. You don't have to win every one. At least, get a draw at least, but give me 3 or 4, maybe 5. If you win 3 out of those 5, and then you can start to build some of that excitement because I feel like this team is just one bad moment away from like sinking back into some bad habits, and you don't want that. I mean, look at what happened with Atlanta. Atlanta, just a few weeks ago, they were flying high, and they've had issues with player management, injuries. And all of a sudden, Atlanta is just falling apart. They got destroyed by Charlotte this weekend.
Home.
So,
At
and
home.
with them, and it's interesting, yeah. And Charlotte, their side of the coin, they started off really bad. A lot of people over there were saying Latanzio out. That Latanzio is their manager, and then all of a sudden they're like picking up steam. They won in the Open Cup, and they destroyed Atlanta in Atlanta, which had never happened before. And all of a sudden, the Crown and Coke rivalry, that's what they call it, it's starting to pick up steam as well. So I just hope Galaxy does something with this. Like they beat the Tacoma Defiance, right? They beat, a decent Smurf squad that was lacking Caden Cow. Now do something against Columbus and maybe take some of that energy against LAFC. And then if you still have some more of that, then you got to take on DC United, which seems like they're kind of surging back to the top in the East.
Oof, that's a lot to ask
Damn, I
for from
sound
this team
tired.
that has
Sound
no
sad.
depth.
No, we're all tired, bro. Trust me.
One last question on Instagram. Through the more lens, if our team starts performing better for the season, how do we approach Open Cup and Leagues Cup?
Leagues Cup is too far away right now. I feel like it's on your radar, but it's like not a real issue yet. But definitely, I think the Open Cup should be a priority. Like we saw that already. You saw Vanny put out like a pretty much the A squad, with a couple exceptions. So treat it like it means something. Vanny, he was on that team that won the Open Cup in 2001. He understands what it feels like to win that tournament. So let's see him keep that same momentum going. Eddie, right?
Nah, yeah, I give you that one. Now let's move on to Twitter. We have two of them.
We have a Twitter question?
Yeah.
I didn't even know we had a
Well,
Twitter.
more like comments. Hey, if we lose, maybe the AEG executives will feel some semblance of shame and finally cut Klein loose. Hopefully, but that won't happen. That was from Absolute Unit at the Against 4 on Twitter from at Mosca 902. Another emotional support talk. I think that's what we're doing. It's emotional support talk.
Oh, yeah.
By the way,
But
I'm just gonna say something real quick, Eddie, and cut me off if you want to, but I'm just gonna say real quick that it's not just Galaxy fans that want Klein out, and that was evident in today's game.
I'll leave it
know
at that.
about that.
I don't know if they want him out, but
Well, we heard the Austin fans say it. We
you know
heard
what?
the
This is how I'll
Orlando
say.
fans say it.
This is what I'll say. And if you guys want to say anything else, it's up to you. It's crazy that the team that you define as your original rivals, and still your number one rivals understand what's happening. It's pretty crazy, or have an idea, because I don't want to say understand, because it's kind of like defiant, like, oh yeah, this is definitely what's happening, and I'm not trying to pick sides here.
But they're in the loop.
The fact that they're in the loop, I guess that's a good way to put it. That's crazy, bro.
Let's give credit.
That's crazy.
Let's give credit where it's due. It's just like anybody who is dialed into a particular sport. And I'm talking like whether it's MLB, NBA, NHL, MLS, name it, even college sports. If you're dialed in, you know what's going on, because you care about not just your team, you care about the sport, you care about the league. So, for example, with Columbus Crew and their Save the Crew campaign, it started off as just them, and it became a league-wide thing where other teams were showing support for Columbus to keep their team in Columbus. And we've seen stuff that has spread across the league like that before, and now the Klein Out campaign, we saw Portland do it. We have heard in the people that we've talked to, where it's Finn from Houston, Mike from Orlando, my God, I forgot his name again, Matt from Colorado. All of them say the same thing, Klein Out. They all understand. Even, I know you guys haven't met him yet, but you guys will. Lee from Charlotte, he says the same thing. The kids I speak to from the Atlanta podcast, they're all the same thing, Klein Out. They understand what this means, and they understand how important it is for the supporters to have their voices heard, and not just be considered noise, but have their voice matter in these cases. Because it's one thing to pay for your ticket, show up, yell and scream when the video board tells you to yell, but that's not soccer, right? We yell when we want to. We're the soundtrack of the game, and if we're upset about what the team has been doing, how the team has been run, we have every right to express ourselves and say that. And MLS, I feel like it's one of those leagues that's really tightly knit. Yes, it's regional. Yes, it's tribal. But you have supporters from around the league that understand how important it is for all of us to stick together. Because if one of us falls, all of us can fall.
That's true.
Yeah,
Wow, that's actually really true, man. You know, because the numbers aren't there, and say what you want to say, even then, the Galaxy's still like the marquee outside of the U.S. Right? You could argue, I guess, if you want to, again, devil's advocate. I'm not saying this is true, but you're losing relevancy within our city, within our country. That could be the case, but worldwide, you need the Galaxy to succeed, right? That revenue needs to be made, especially on the viewership needs to be made, especially if those Apple TV like rumors or numbers are true. Like they have to keep up a certain quota to keep that Apple TV deal. Like, you know how bad it would look if MLS loses an Apple TV deal.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, Apple's gone all in too. It's not just.
yeah, but see, this is the thing, though. I don't think Apple's banking on the Galaxy to be successful.
No.
They're banking on the other team across the city.
You totally
They
disregarded what just
No,
said.
I know, but
I think
dude,
they want all.
they could be
teams to
successful without. I know, but they could be successful with other clubs that are not the LA Galaxy at the current moment.
But the Galaxy brings in numbers.
Yeah, right now, basically, the LA Galaxy is just a brand, bro.
And no, and
We're not
it's
a
not
soccer
just
club that's competitive.
The Lakers are a brand. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
It's like the Lakers, man.
the Galaxy doesn't just bring in local numbers, dude. Galaxy brings in international numbers where they're trying to, make sure that they get this. That the international market, Apple has the American market, no matter what. They have it. This is something easy that they could put the money in, right? MLS, but they want those international people to come in and start watching their shit. Because besides America and a few parts of China and Europe, you want that international market to see the MLS. Not to make the MLS great. It's just you want those numbers. You want that money. But they could lose it if they're not gonna make any money in the first few years. That you have to account for that.
That's why they got Ted Lasso, baby. Zava, come save us.
Bro, and it honestly, it wouldn't surprise me.
Someone came and didn't save us.
It wouldn't surprise me that show gets intertwined a lot more in MLS. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
How I would hate it.
It's funny
Edgar,
you mentioned
saying?
that, Chewy, because at the game against Colorado, right? All the Star Wars characters were there, and you had the Mandalorians and all the Jedi, whatever. When my wife and I went up to the stadium club, and I told you guys that all the Mandalorians were dancing together. For some reason, for no reason, there was somebody dressed head to toe in complete Ted Lasso, cosplay, and I was like, what the hell? It's Star Wars night, not Ted Lasso night. And people were taking pictures of Ted Lasso and high-fiving him, and he was dancing with, Darth Maul and Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I was like, that is so strange.
I think he's a regular. He was there today. I was fortunate enough to get to go to the Champions Lounge today, and he was there down there. So I don't think it was just like him, like they're randomly there. I think it's the guy.
And
by the way,
go ahead.
I still don't think that was you and McGregor.
I'm going to give you guys a good barometer of when you can know that this team is back as far as how we expect them to be. If you see Hot Dog Girl show up to the game, that means we're back. That means that things are trending in the right direction. That means that there is hope that this team can do something, not just in the playoffs, but going forward. Because we love Hot Dog Girl, but we also want her to show up and be a bear. What's it?
Save us, Hot Dog Girl.
Have you seen Inception?
Inception?
I know you have. Of course you have. Is she our totem?
She is our totem. Please keep Hot Dog Girl spinning.
or maybe she won't.
Oh no!
Oh God.
Nah.
That's sad.
I think we're good now.
Yep.
You good?
Then we're good? Yeah.
I mean, I'm not good as far as the Galaxy goes.
Oh, nah.
For today.
For today.
Yeah, before we go, I just want to plug our next game is Wednesday against Columbus, right? And the following weekend is DC, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, because the game is on Wednesday, that's when normally we would be recording, but we won't be able to because we're all going to be watching Columbus. I was going to say Sardis, but he's not there anymore.
So got to be an ex-Galaxy player there.
Yeah, pretty much. I think so. But next Thursday, I don't know exactly when, we're going to be talking to an MLS legend, play-by-play announcer for DC United. This guy's been there since the beginning of the league. I spoke to Joe Zatino about him this past weekend, and Joe was like, "Oh yeah, Dave's a great guy." He's like, I remember when he was calling games for their indoor squad called the Washington Warthogs. I was like, damn, it's like in the '80s or something. But anyway, we're gonna Nag is gonna speak to Dave Johnson. That's a pretty big deal. A lot of people consider him the Vince Scully of the Washington D.C. area. He's a wonderful person, and we're gonna have a great opportunity to not only speak to him about himself, but about what's going on with DC. There's like a renaissance over there, apparently. Wayne Rooney is at the helm of this team after years and years and years of back and forth with Ben Olsen. It looks like they're finally trending in the right direction, which if you're a longtime Galaxy fan, you remember those old Galaxy DC United matches. We never really got back at them, and I would love to meet these guys in the MLS Cup and finally give it back to them and like, Toma,
That would be beautiful.
But,
that would be classic '96
right?
beef right there, reignited.
What I wanted to put out was like, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask Dave Johnson or about DC United, be sure to send a message to any one of us, whether it's me, Eddie, Chewy, Brian, even Tony. You can ask him too. Okay.
And we'll post up the questions on a Wednesday night after the game. See if you guys have some questions that we can ask. You guys are more than welcome.
Edgar, if I may.
Sir.
If you don't know who Dave Johnson is, he has a very famous call.
Yep.
And everyone, you do your own best impression, but it's not. That's Dave Johnson. You've definitely heard that call.
It's in the net. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. So, when I saw this video about him, and some guy was saying, "Yeah, we're so used in Spanish to hearing Andres Cantor with that whoa, right?" And he goes like, "You never heard like any American announcers have like a trademark call until Dave Johnson came around, and he's made it his own, and it's what he's known for. Besides just himself being a consummate professional, he's also." A lot of people don't know he's also the voice of the Washington Wizards, NBA. So, interesting, career. Good man. So, looking forward to that, Eddie.
Yes.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think that does it for us. Nag Boys in under construction right now with the new studio.
We're gonna have some
new
Smurf
studio
fairies
layout,
soon.
not the new studio. New studio layout. Hopefully, it looks better.
It's coming.
Something's coming.
Yeah, I would hope Edgar can come to the debut, but no, I know.
To the debut.
Well, he can maybe come watch the new debut, or re-debut, I guess.
The
Is this like
re-debut.
Bob's Burgers, like
Reopening.
reopening?
Yep. That's us, bro.
Hopefully, the last one.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Got you, bro.
We've hit midnight.
I'm sorry,
Officially. It's officially midnight. Folks.
I'm getting important messages.
Alright.
It's not the first time the Galaxy, the Nag Boys have gone from one weekend to the next. 1 week. What the fuck? One day to the next.
Acábalo, güey. Acábalo.
I'm gonna finish it. I'm sorry.
You got it, bro.
I'm sorry.
It's
All right,
Monday night
cool.
nag, baby.
Oh, for real, it is Monday Nag.
Oh shit! That means
Monday
Night
morning,
Raw,
fool.
by the way.
It's
By
still
the way,
nighttime.
Seth Rollins gonna win the World Heavyweight title.
Of course he is.
So, thank you everyone for watching live. If you're listening to the streaming services later, we appreciate you too. But come check it out. And we are trying to hit 9,000
Subscribers.
subscribers. We're at
On YouTube. 922.
922.
Get us
Like,
78
subscribe.
more.
Subscribe. Make fake accounts. Subscribe to it. We don't
Subsquare.
care. I know. Just that.
I like that one better.
It's just subscribe. That means you make 3 accounts and you're subscribed. And just help us out to get to that point. If you want to find me in any social medias, I go as Eddie Nags altogether. Brian?
You can find me as Brian Nags on Instagram and Twitter. Edgar?
You guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and even YouTube as Edgar Nags. It's internet.
You guys can find me. You guys can find me as Chavez JA Chavez Ha on all my social media. Pretty easy, pretty simple.
Once again, thank you, everyone. We
Yes, sir.
appreciate everyone that tuned in, everyone that listens to it later. And we're getting up out of here. Hopefully, you get to see the new Nag Studio in a week.
Next week, baby.
But till then,
Keep on nagging.
keep on nagging.
Keep on nagging.
nagging.